Hi guys, my name is Nicole Torres. Today for my Com 323 class for Portfolio Part 3, the public presentation. Today I am going to be talking about the Super Bowl 2017. So let's go ahead and begin. I went ahead and I just did a PowerPoint along with my video. I'm going to be combining the two. That way if you guys have any questions or anything, you guys can actually stop the video and refer back to the PowerPoint if you guys thought as if I was going too fast. Alright, so let's get started. So, what is their Super Bowl? A lot of you already probably know what it is, but for those who don't know, the Super Bowl is an athletic entertainment program which involves the sport of football. Football, which is also known as America's favorite pastime, is a big deal when it comes to the Super Bowl finales. Okay, the Super Bowl is the National League Championship game, which is played annually between the champions of the National League and of the American Football Conference. So in total, there are two football conferences. Again, the AFC, which is the American Football Conference, and the NFC, which is the National Football Conference as well. Okay, so what audience does the Super Bowl attract, or who is the target audience of their Super Bowl? So the Super Bowl not only attracts obviously football fanatics, but it also attracts athletic fanatics from all different types of sports. It can attract anyone from a rich person, a celebrity, wealthy people, or vendors really just trying to get their product out to the public. As you guys know, the Super Bowl is completely notorious for their commercials. So, here's a little fun fact if you did not know. So, in order to get a 30-second spot in the Super Bowl, in regards to a commercial, you're looking at spending $5 million per 30 seconds that you are on air. That means that per second, you are paying $170,000 just to appear on a Super Bowl commercial per second. In the year 2017 alone, the Super Bowl revenue for advertising averaged about $385 million. So if you just do the math, that's a couple of commercials, you multiply by 5 million, and you get your answer there. Alrighty, so on to the next. What is the scope? As you know, the Super Bowl is huge. Not only is it who attends the event, but who is also viewing the event from their homes. So in 2017, in viewers alone, meaning people who were watching the game at other than the stadium, that topped in at 114 million viewers. All right. In 2017, the stadium holds 71,795 seats for people who wanted to purchase seats and see the Super Bowl in person. The stadium that it was being conducted in was the NGR Stadium. And again, it does only have seating for 71,000. However, it is able to comfortably accommodate 72,000 people. The only thing that means is that not everyone would have a seat. And for you who don't know, the Super Bowl 2017, I believe, did sell out in seating, meaning every single person did purchase a seat in order to watch the Super Bowl. Now, the stadium consisted of two levels, the lower level and the upper level. And both of these levels were consisted of a number of vendors around the whole stadium, from hot dogs to beers to tacos, salads. They had over 20 restaurants just in that stadium alone. They were also equipped with souvenir shops, and the most important, they were equipped with bathrooms. There was also handicap accessibility through both levels. There was also handicap seating and handicap parking. So meaning if anyone was wheelchair bound, crutches, or had difficulty just moving up and to from stairs, there were certain accommodations for you guys. And also the seating was actually quite better in the handicapped area as opposed if you were just, a person who didn't have a disability. Alright, so to continue, the marketing for the Super Bowl is huge. Anything from social media, traditional media, and new media, the Super Bowl was on it. Social media, I would say, would be the biggest influencer just because in today's time and age, everyone does have either a Facebook or a Snapchat or an Instagram. And for those of you who don't know, Snapchat now does advertising in between stories. So people will pay Snapchat to advertise. So for the Super Bowl, advertisement was done big on Google, it was done big on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. All these were things that the NFL tried to target in order to promote their event, which was the Super Bowl. Not to mention, the Super Bowl was also mentioned in newspapers. If you heard the radio, it was all over the radio for weeks on end. So marketing in that point was done very good, in my opinion. And again, marketing is so effective, especially when it comes to the social media aspect, because almost everyone you may know has a social media account one way or the other. If they weren't active on social media, the newspaper is everywhere. Supermarkets, corner stores, you name it. You can find a newspaper that had something with that Super Bowl article. And the most convenient, again, is social media. Everyone has a cell phone, iPhone, Android, and the information is typically at the palms of their fingers. So marketing was done good in that sense. And some improvements. Overall, I do think that the Super Bowl is an event that is very well planned out. The only thing I guess I can suggest would be maybe to give an option of having subtitles in different languages. Now, I'm not sure if that's something the Super Bowl would do or something that your cable provider may be able to provide, but I think that's something to think about. Not everyone is fluent in English. That doesn't mean they don't love the sport. So if we're able to reach out to those individuals, I think it would be a really good idea. Another thing that I really think is important is maybe a possible translator to the deaf people. That doesn't stop them from wanting to watch football. So if there's a translator that can maybe translate what the anchors are saying or doing, or updating the game, I think that would be a good thing to potentially improve on in the future. As far as marketing, I wouldn't really change anything. I think a lot of money goes into marketing when it comes to the Super Bowl, and I really think it's effective. I mean, there's viewers all across the country, audience. The stadium sold out, so I think they're pretty right on with that. The event design, again, is different every year just because the event is held in a different stadium across the United States. However, overall, I think it's almost solid. Nothing ever falls through. Nothing goes wrong with the event planning, so I think that's really good. Now, in regards to the Democratic leadership, I think that is a style that needs to be used in this situation, in this event. This event is too huge for just one person to take control over it, so I do think it takes collaboration from all different types of leaders. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and have a good rest of your semester.